We're told that bus remains a crime scene and is currently in the possession of law enforcement. Alabama State Troopers came out just a few minutes ago. They've been coming out periodically, giving us updates. They haven't included a whole lot of information. This latest update was no different. When you consider just the number of trees that fell out here, we're talking about big trees like the one right over there on top of that fence. It's really astonishing that no one in this neighborhood was hurt. This whole rolling thing started about 4 decades ago when wires used to cross the street. It was about 30 years ago the tradition of rolling these trees got underway. It's just frustrating because people can't get home. The roads are closed. The state troopers are turning people around. So, Don, if there's any more rain over the next several hours, this headache that this area is feeling will only grow bigger.
All right, Scott, thank you very much. Appreciate your reporting.
The only way they're communicating is through a 4-inch pipe, a lot like this one. The one back there is 40 feet long. It goes from inside that bunker to a spot on his property. Police admit they don't have any suspects. They don't know who's passing off this phony cash. It's happened over and over again at several Gadsden businesses.
Did you want the combo?
For the past 11 years, Connie Means has been serving them up just the way you want. She's built quite the following at appropriately named Connie's Conies. It's right in the heart of downtown Gadsden.
And I'm sure that they just knew that I wasn't checking.
A week or so ago, someone, possibly 2 guys, pulled one over on her. They came through her line twice, paying with a 20 each time. The bank later discovered those 2 bills were fake.
They were printed, according to the bank, they were printed on actual paper. So when they marked it, it turned dark brown.
It's been coming in all denominations, mainly 1s, 5s, 10s, and 20s. You haven't really had anything larger than that.
Police showed us these. The fake bills are among about 25 passed off at Gadsden businesses within the past month.
It is very frustrating. It's a hard crime to investigate.
Police don't have a lot to go on. They're not sure whether the crooks are local. Either way, several businesses have been hit. Small ones like this convenience store, even big name companies like Walmart. Each time a counterfeit bill is passed, the business simply loses the income.
It certainly is a wake-up call.
Connie uses an honor system, allowing customers to take their own change. She'll keep doing that, but from now on will use her counterfeit detecting pin every time. And when you think about counterfeiting, you probably think about big bills, 100s and 50s, but here it's smaller bills, 20s, 10s, 5s, and even 1s. Sherry, investigators think that's because those smaller bills typically attract less attention. Song, prayer, and tears for a little boy, his bus driver, and both their families.
We're going to see that little boy's smile face, I believe it.
This small, tight-knit community may be closer than ever before, facing tragedy and uncertainty.
I hope that in the end we'll all be able to look back over this and say that God was present to give us grace.
Grace for Charles Paulin, who gave his life protecting the students on his Dale County school bus.
And I believe Mr. Paulin, he was put on this earth for what he did Tuesday.
You never know what's going to come. You never know what's going to happen.
The agony hostage Ethan's mother is facing is unimaginable for Michelle Riley. She has spoken with her, one mother to another.
She believes that he's coming out, just like all of us, and that's what we kept telling her. You have to push through and believe, and it's going to happen.
He is our hometown hero. He battled that man.
That man, Jimmy Lee Dykes, also lifted in prayer.
But still and yet he's a man, he has a soul, and he needs first of all to get acquainted with God.
All we can do is meet up and pray here and put all the time we have in it and hope everything comes out the way we pray it does.
I was blind, but now I see.
Among the thousands here who have experience with this long-standing tradition, there's 4-year-old William, a rookie. What do you think about all this?
New teeth?
It's his first time rolling the trees at Toomer's Corner. His stepfather wants to make sure he's part of history.
Well, just the tradition that goes with it and to have some memory of it. Not that it's going to end, but it'll be the last time with these trees.
It'll be the last time these particular trees get the toilet paper treatment. Unsalvageable after poisoning, they will be removed and something new put in their place. This whole rolling thing started about 4 decades ago when wires used to cross the street. It was about 30 years ago the tradition of rolling these trees got underway. Lee Cannon was part of many of those generations. She's 94 now and simply had to be here. But don't expect her to launch any rolls.
Exciting thing is to hit the darn tree when you're as short as I am. And I never could hit it, so that's the reason I quit.
Oh man, this is a big tradition. It's been in my family for years, and I couldn't miss it for the world.
And he sure wouldn't let his 11-year-old son miss out either. Is this the first time you've done this, or are you a professional?
I'm a professional.
You know how it's done?
We go,
Auburn faithful looking up to what was, forward to what will be. The homes in this neighborhood that have electricity are powered by generators. The reason is obvious. Power lines are scattered all over the place, in yards and on Cotton Road itself.
The wind just come through and pushed this fence right over.
The mangled fence is the worst of the damage to Joe Ashley's property. He feels blessed one of the massive trees didn't fall directly onto his house. In his 24 years on this street, he's never seen anything like this.
Some of the strangest noise you ever heard. And then I come through the house and looked at the back door. It was getting with it.
Probably 60, 70 mile an hour wind.
Steve Mundy says the storm shook his trailer while he was inside. It wasn't exactly a pleasant experience.
Been in hurricanes, been in tornadoes. So.
Where's this rank?
About the top of it. Wind.
That wind left dozens of big trees uprooted. Many snapped right in half. This home suffered the worst damage on the street. A large pine crashed down into the master bedroom, causing major structural damage. The force was so great, a branch penetrated an outside wall. People here are counting their blessings.
I said, goodness gracious, I better get in the house. It's getting bad. I started to hit the bathroom, but no, I say a prayer and ask God to protect us.
Now, Alabama power crews are out here working hard to get power restored, but when you walk around out here, there's power lines all over the ground. It'll probably take some time before power is restored in this neighborhood. The people up and down this street that do have power tonight have a generator to thank. Live in Pinson, Scott Packard, CBS 42 News.